What's going on, everybody? Peyton Smith here and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be awesome because we're going to be going over some of my very favorite agency websites. So if you are in the position where you either already have built a website for your agency and you're not super thrilled with the way that it looks or performs, or maybe you're just kicking off your freelance business and you want to know exactly what it takes to create and design a website that's going to generate new leads for your business and also give you a really unique standout type of look that's going to help set you apart from your competitors. And so without further ado, let's dive into it. So we're diving right into this. The first website that I want to share with y'all is a site called Mayple. This is at mayple.com. And this is a website that I came across only recently, and I am just blown away at what a good job they do at just clearly outlining exactly what they do well and the reasons that people should work with them. And so the first thing that you're going to tell is they are not wasting any time in highlighting their clients' success and the types of results that they've been able to get for these clients. And so what I love is the site, it's actually filtering through here and showing you different pictures of clients. And as I refresh it here, it should start doing that. But it's going to show not only the review, but the niche that they're in, experience, average increase in sales, the advertising platforms that they use. And so this is a really, really awesome way right off the bat to show people we get results. Because when it comes to SEO and marketing agencies, that's the only reason people are coming to your site, and that's the only reason they're considering working with you is if they think that you can get them results. And so this is going to be a little bit different than, say, a web design agency website where you're trying to show how pretty you can do things, where in this case we are purely focused on the success of clients, the results we can get, and how we can highlight those to make people want to work with us. So as we scroll down, right off the bat, they're building a lot of trust by using some social proof, showing their credentials, what it is that makes them experts in their field. One thing that I really love is they use these icons really wisely and also sparingly. Sometimes I think that this is something that can get overdone using tons of icons, but I think that theirs are really unique and really just breaks down exactly what it is that sets them apart. So as we go down, the next thing that I just love about this site is the section titled Why Mayple. And this is something that all too often we forget to lay out, especially in a visual way, for our prospective clients in telling them exactly what it's going to be like working with us and how it's going to be different from working with other agencies or having somebody in-house to do these things. And so this graph breaks down level of expertise, the fees or how much it costs, technology, account management, transparency, all these different things, and it just highlights, look, this is what we do well, and this is why it's going to be so much easier and more profitable for you to work with Mayple than anybody else. And so I absolutely love this. This is something that I want to implement on my website because I think it does a great job of visually breaking down the benefits of working with your agency over anybody else that they're probably considering working with at the time they land on your site. So as we continue to scroll, they do a really great job of kind of breaking down their process. And again, this is something that we often forget because we talk to these prospects and we say, yeah, we're going to run a campaign, we're going to get great results, a lot of traffic. But SEO is such an obscure idea for so many people that it's really, really useful to break down the steps of your entire process so people know exactly what to expect. Now, in this case, they don't get as in detail as I would like to, but they do a great job of showing graphics and images of how you're going to outline your business goals, reach your, in this case, it's your right market experts. So they're connecting you with different experts. But then the third one is get consistent monitoring on strategy and results. And so they use these graphics to show people, here's what happens when we start, here is the process, here's how you're going to get results, and here's how we're going to show these results that we've gotten. And this is just a really easy way to show people that they can feel comfortable working with us because they know exactly what to expect. And I've had countless people hire me just because they said, honestly, it wasn't even that you could show better results. It was just the fact that you told us what the process was going to be like and you didn't leave us in the dark. And so anything like this that can show your process clearly is going to be a huge help when it comes to converting traffic into new clients. So as we scroll down, they've got a really nice tab set up to show video testimonials with a text testimonial alongside, which I think this is really, really important, just kind of giving them a brief overview of what's in the video, just in case they're in a situation where they can't turn on their volume and listen to that video. And then, of course, a little bit more social proof in the form of reviews. They do a great job of using their G2 logo just to kind of add validity to these reviews. And I love this slider that these reviews don't take up too much space, but people can cycle through and see that there are a lot of them, which is really, really important. So still more use of these icons. And then they get down into their call to action. And this is one thing that I think they probably could have done a little bit better job. It says get instant access to world-class marketing experts. Again, this is a little bit different because they're connecting you with experts rather than hiring them as an agency. But still, I think being a little bit more clear on a call to action or a value proposition is really going to help with this call to action section. Now, the last thing that I want to point out on this website, which is something that I absolutely love about the site, is their resources section. What I want to do is break this down because this is actually something that me and my team are working on right now to implement on our new site. For example, we click on the Ultimate Guide to E-commerce Marketing. As you scroll down, this has different chapters of just pure value content for people. These are great ways to drive traffic to your own site. Obviously, you're an SEO expert, so you understand the value of content. But even more so, it just kind of creates this feel that it's a hub of information that's really going to help keep people on your site and prove to them that you are an expert. I love these little tabs on the side that allow you to kind of cycle through the different parts of this e-commerce guide. And so this is something that you can implement on your own website to bring in really valuable content, and really, before you ever ask for the sell, before you ever ask for any information, you're just providing value right out front on your website, and this is a great way to prove that you're an expert. So if you want to check this website out, mayple.com, I'm going to put the link down below in the description, and so let's jump into our next one. The next agency that I want to cover is an agency by the name of From the Future. Now, a lot of you might have heard of them. They are a big-time agency. They do a great job, and the thing that I admire the most about this website is the simplicity of the design so that they can focus on results. Now, a lot of you might disagree, especially if you're like me and you also offer web design services with your SEO. Sometimes things that are too simple don't really call our attention as well as they should, but I think that From the Future does a really awesome job because as you scroll down, the first thing that they're highlighting are their results for their clients. And they do a really cool job of just kind of laying out here is what happened for this company. For example, Greenhouse Ventures saw a 987% ROI for their cannabis conference and expo. And so they're just laying out, here's what happened. Here's what we did for this client. Click on this and you can jump right into the article or the case study to see exactly what happened. Now, again, I love how simple it is, really putting a focus on the results, the data, the analytics, really the benefit that came from this client working with them. And if we can simplify and cut out all of the crazy colors and animations and everything else and focus in on our results in a way that makes them stand out and makes them believable, we've already done our job with our website. And people are going to reach out to you because they found exactly what they're looking for. I love From the Future because they do other really awesome things as far as, if I scroll down here, as far as collecting email addresses to be able to provide free videos or resources. And so again, just a really great way to build trust with these people on top of the trust that's already been built through their different logos, their different testimonials, whatever it may be throughout their website. Really, really awesome job throughout the site of not putting too much focus on design and keeping it simple to focus on the immediate results that will come to the client. So if you'd like to check out their website, it is ftf.agency. Again, a really awesome resource. They do a fantastic job of showing us the correct way to lay out results, graphs, analytics, everything that you need to prove to clients that you can do a good job on their SEO campaign. So the next one that I want to cover is an agency by the name of Bowen Media. Now this is kind of a more modern design. I really love the focus that they put on their agency and their people. And this is one of those agencies that seems to me to have an awesome location, awesome team members. They do a lot of video work. You can tell in the background video of the header at the very start of this website, they're really covering like the experience of working with their people. And if this is the strong suit of your agency, if you have like a really good front to your agency, right? You've got a cool workspace, cool people that like to be engaged in this type of like video work, I think it's going to be a really easy way for you to create content and show people what that experience is going to be like. I love the really clear heading here: a growth dedicated digital agency that loves animals or loves X or Y or Z or always delivers or whatever it is that's kind of cycling through. And most importantly, they've got their video, and I love this because as you click this, it doesn't pop up a YouTube video, but it replaces the header and plays this video right away. Again, talking about the experience of working with Bowen Media. Now, the one thing I will say about this site is at times it feels like there is a lot going on, but I think they do a good job of kind of wrangling that in and controlling it and focusing on what's most important. So as you scroll down right off the bat, they're jumping into client projects. And again, this is so important because your website can talk all day long about this is what SEO is and this is what it does and this is how we do it. But at the end of the day, people don't care how SEO works. They're paying you so they don't know, or they don't have to know how SEO works. And so don't try to teach people SEO on your website. Instead, show them the results that you can get, because the hope is that they trust you enough after searching through your website that they say, I don't need to know SEO because I can see that you've already blown up these other businesses with great results and great traffic. So I trust you. And if you've worked with other great businesses and they trust you, that's enough for me. And so I love these different case studies where you can click on View Project. Again, it goes really simple, the white background, really focusing in on the project and the benefits that came from it, laying out the website and everything else that came with this project. And so as you are building your website, make sure that you put a very special focus on your clients' projects and how it's benefited them to work with you. A couple other things that I love about this agency is on their pricing section, they kind of have broken it down into what to expect into their process. And as I walk you through this here, collaboration, no scope. So it's just kind of like determining the scope of the project, flexibility, human touch. It sets really good expectations throughout this process. And then it's leading them right into submitting a form submission to receive a proposal. And so it's not giving their prices right out the door, but it's explaining why there needs to be a process in order to get a pricing proposal. And a lot of times people that are kind of price searching, they're just going to go to different websites and see the ones that display their pricing and go with the cheapest one. And there are a lot of benefits to explaining to people why it is that you need to understand their business before you can give them an estimate or any sort of pricing structure. And so anything you can do to walk people through the process, again, make them feel comfortable with it and make them say, yeah, this sounds great. I would at least like to get an idea of what this could cost me. And before you know it, they filled out the form, scheduled a meeting with you, whatever it is, and you're going to get them in the door and then be able to do a better job than your website does of selling them on working with you. So the other thing that Bowen does that I really like is their schedule call immediately pops up a Calendly link. This is something that I do on my website. I highly encourage you to do this on your own website. And the reason for this is when people fill out static forms, they rarely follow up with that and they really rarely think that anything's going to come of it. And so by actually having a calendar where people can walk through this, select a time, get an email reminder, it's going to ensure that people stick to their appointments. And if somebody schedules a time with you, the chances go way up of them actually showing up and being a really good prospect that has a good chance of fitting what you're looking for in a new client. So if you want to check out Bowen Media, it is bowenmedia.com. Again, I'll drop that down below, but look through their website and see some of the awesome stuff they're doing. And this is a great inspiration if you're the type of person that wants to build an agency that actually works in a single location, has a team that's very hands-on, a really great example. So the last one that I want to go over is Webris.com. Now, Webris is a very well-known agency in the SEO space. Many of you probably follow Ryan Stewart on YouTube. He is one of the, I believe, co-creators of the Blueprint.training, which is a really great course for people wanting to learn or master SEO for an agency and to build an agency similar to Ryan has. And so Webris is really cool because it's the agency that Ryan built several years ago, and then he actually sold his agency to From the Future. As far as I understand it, things didn't work out, and so I don't know if they reversed their deal or whatever happened, but Ryan is back in full control and possession of Webris, and they've done a really cool revamp of the site, and I really love what they've done because they're not so much targeting businesses that don't understand SEO, but their big push is connecting with people that do understand SEO but have had bad experiences with other agencies and want somebody that's just more expert in the space. And so the thing that I love about this, and it's got a video here that you can watch, but just this image alone gives me the feeling of this is an SEO team that's going to work with me. I'm going to be able to see friendly faces that can actually show and explain what's going on. And this video goes on to kind of explain more of their process and why you should work with Webris. But I love the whole idea of meet your new SEO team, not you need SEO for your business or do you need organic traffic, but it's we're your new SEO team and here is why. It builds a little trust with a couple featured logos, and then it jumps again right into client results that they've gotten for people, which are really awesome case studies that are designed really clearly, have a really unique design and flow to them, focusing again on testimonials, their plan, what they did, a video, the execution, and then just screenshots from Google Analytics. Now, this is something that I actually meant to cover with our when we went over the From the Future agency site, but this is something that they do really well is they're not afraid to just post a screenshot from Google Analytics. And a lot of times for me, I'll do that and I'll just say, oh, that doesn't look super professional. I'm going to create a custom graph. And the fact of the matter is these businesses know what Google Analytics looks like. And so anything that you can add into the website that looks familiar and comfortable to them, it's going to scream authentic or authenticity, right? They're going to say these people have actual screenshots from actual Google Analytics accounts, and this is all the proof I need to know that they know exactly what they're doing. And so you're going to notice that both Webris and From the Future do this throughout their website while still doing custom graphs or highlighting different data points or things that they've accomplished with their clients. But never be afraid to just post that picture of a Google Analytics account and show them, here's exactly what we see when we look at our clients' analytics accounts. And it's increases in traffic, increases in impressions. We do an awesome job at increasing your rankings all across the board. And so if you can accomplish this, you are going to be in great shape. And the one thing that you want to remember is never sacrifice authentic results like this for design. Don't feel like you have to go create these custom graphs that match your brand, when at the end of the day you just want people to feel like these results are real and that they can happen for them if they hire you. So I love Webris. It's a great resource to kind of go through and see exactly how they do things. As you scroll down, still on the home page a little bit further, they've got a little bit more social proof, companies that they've worked with. And then again, more of these screenshots of data and just talking about exactly how their process works. I think this is really, really powerful to be super transparent in your process, what it looks like, what they're going to see on their end, what they're going to receive as a deliverable, how the reporting works, all these different things. They do a great job of just showing people exactly what it is they do, their reputation. So whatever you need to do to just build that trust and seem authentic is going to make a huge, huge difference. And so again, never sacrifice showing your results or client success for design, because at the end of the day, if you lose people because your design is too radical or too extravagant, that they never get a chance to dive in and see and read about the results you've gotten for your clients, you've lost right from the start. And so remember, as an SEO agency, your focus is always 100% on the results that you've gotten in the past and proving to these prospects that you can get the same results for them. So I will drop this link down below as well, webris.org. If you have any questions, please drop them down below. And the other thing that I would ask of all of you watching this video is if you have any other agency sites that you like, whether that is for the way that they're laid out or the way that they're showing their results or case studies, or maybe you have a couple agency sites that you love the design of, please drop the links down below. I want to see those. I'm going to be trying to drop a video like this maybe every month if I can get around to it while not losing out on the other videos that I have planned. But I think these are really helpful to show all of you what it takes to have a successful website that will drive traffic and will drive new clients to your business. So if you found any value in this video, if you liked anything that you learned from these websites, please be sure to smash that like button down below, and I will catch you in the next video.